Yellowstone star said show was easier to film without Kevin Costner on set. Luke Grimes dished on the smoother sailings in Paramount's Yellowstone after Kevin Costner's exit. Best known for his role as Case Dutton, son of Costner's John Dutton IE, the 40-year-old star revealed to Esquire how the on-set dynamic shifted post-Costner's character bowing out. Hopefully everyone can see that it was time. To be really honest, there was a part of Kevin being gone that meant some of the conflict was gone. Obviously, it didn't make it super fun to be around. Not pointing any fingers, but it was actually the easiest season we've filmed. He also reflected on how it seemed right for Yellowstone to wrap up after the 5-season run. It feels like good timing. 7 years is a long time to do anything, and I had never played a character for more than a few months before. I have loved all of it. Grimes spoke openly about the show coming to an end. But there is a part of it that, once you read those final episodes, sees that there's a finality to it. There's always talks of spin-offs. Reflecting on his character's future, he said, "I do it, but I just don't understand how it would work once the story ends. Case wants to cowboy and be happy with his family. He doesn't want to kill people anymore. He doesn't want the weight of a huge mega ranch that isn't sustainable in today's times. He wants his little slice of heaven. It's that simple." Behind the scenes, whispers suggested that there might have been friction between Costner and the show's creator, Taylor Sheridan, preceding the departure. Kevin previously confided to Deadline, "I don't want to get down in the gutter with the Yellowstone thing, but what I'm telling you is straight up. I have taken a beating from those guys, and I know a lot of times where it's coming from. I just elected not to get into that." He also emphasized his commitment to the show, saying, "I made Yellowstone the first priority, and to insinuate anything else would be wrong." The rugged landscape of Montana's sprawling vistas and Yellowstone's grit-filled drama have long captivated viewers, thanks in no small part to its magnetic leading man, Kevin Costner. But behind the cameras, whispers of tension and on-set drama have made headlines for months. Now, in a candid interview, one of Yellowstone's stars is sharing how the series evolved, and even thrived, in Costner's absence. Filming felt lighter, the actor revealed. There was a different energy on set, one that allowed us to take more risks and really explore our characters. It's not about disrespecting Kevin. He's undeniably one of the greatest actors of our time. But sometimes a shift in dynamics can open up new creative doors. As Yellowstone creator Taylor Sheridan's brainchild, the show has always promised an intense exploration of family loyalty, land disputes, and raw human ambition. Yet recent behind-the-scenes tensions between Costner and Sheridan over scheduling and creative direction have been the talk of the industry. With Costner stepping back, questions loomed about how the show would move forward without its patriarch, John Dutton. According to the cast member, though, it might have been a blessing in disguise. The Costner effect. Kevin Costner brought gravitas to Yellowstone from day one. As John Dutton, the embattled patriarch of a powerful ranching dynasty, his weathered face and commanding presence embodied the struggle between tradition and change. His portrayal was a masterclass in restraint, anger simmering just beneath the surface, and it's hard to imagine the show's early seasons without him anchoring the chaos. Kevin's presence was monumental, the actor admitted. You felt the weight of his experience in every scene. It pushed us all to up our game, but that same intensity could sometimes create an atmosphere where it felt like everything had to orbit around John Dutton. And that's a heavy orbit. As stories of disputes between Costner and Sheridan surfaced, it became clear that the star's commitment to Yellowstone wasn't as steadfast as it once seemed. Rumors of scheduling conflicts tied to Costner's ambitious film project, Horizon, became a sticking point, leaving Sheridan scrambling to adapt scripts around Costner's limited availability. Tensions rose, and eventually, the actor's involvement dwindled. A new era of collaboration. With Costner no longer on set, the dynamics shifted. There's a misconception that without Kevin, there's a void. But in reality, it's more like a clearing the star shared. Everyone stepped up, from the writers to the crew to us as actors. We weren't leaning on the crutch of John Dutton anymore, and that's a scary but exhilarating place to be. Scenes once dominated by John's brooding presence became opportunities for other characters to shine. The actor highlighted how Kelly Reilly's Beth Dutton, for example, was given even more room to flex her unpredictable, fiery nature. Beth has always been this force of chaos and brilliance, but now she's stepping into a space where her power feels even more central. She's not just reacting to her father anymore, she's defining her own path. Similarly, Wes Bentley's tormented Jamie Dutton and Cole Hauser's fiercely loyal Rip Wheeler found themselves shouldering more emotional weight. Jamie's always been in John's shadow, grappling with his need for approval and his hatred for the man. Without that dynamic front and center, we got to dive deeper into who Jamie is when he's not just reacting to his father. It's been fascinating to watch Wes bring so much nuance to that journey. A fresh creative process. The absence of a leading man as commanding as Costner also allowed for a more egalitarian creative process. According to the actor, Sheridan's writing evolved to embrace a broader perspective. Taylor's scripts were always sharp, but with Kevin's limited availability, there was this sense that everything had to revolve around John's story arc. Now we're seeing more ensemble-driven storytelling. It's given the series a richness that I think fans will appreciate. Sheridan, known for his meticulous attention to detail, reportedly used this transition as an opportunity to explore new themes. The actor teased upcoming episodes that delve into the lives of the ranch hands, the Native American communities neighboring the Dutton estate, and even the power dynamics within the bunkhouse. There's something liberating about not being tethered to one central figure, the actor said. Don't get me wrong, John Dutton's legacy looms large, but this is the first time we're truly seeing the ripple effects of his decisions through the eyes of everyone else. Challenges on set. Of course, it wasn't all smooth sailing. The transition came with its fair share of challenges. We were all used to Kevin's rhythm, the actor admitted. He's a perfectionist, and that sets a tone. Without him, there was a period of adjustment. Some days felt chaotic, like we were finding our footing. But honestly, that chaos brought us closer as a cast. We had to trust each other in a new way. The actor also acknowledged that fans might be divided on the direction Yellowstone is heading. Change is always a gamble. We know some viewers might feel the absence of Kevin more acutely than others. But we also know that Yellowstone has always been bigger than any one character. It's about the land, the legacy, and the fight to hold on to what matters most. Looking ahead. When asked about Costner's potential return, the actor was diplomatic. Never say never. Kevin's connection to this show is undeniable, and if there's a way to bring him back that serves the story, I think we'd all welcome it. But for now, we're focused on telling the best version of this story with the characters we have. The cast members' candid reflections paint a picture of a show in transition, grappling with the loss of its central figure while finding strength in its ensemble. As Yellowstone continues to evolve, one thing remains clear. The stakes are as high as ever, both on screen and behind the scenes. The beauty of Yellowstone is that it mirrors life in so many ways. Things change, people move on, and you're left to figure out how to keep going. That's what we're doing. And honestly, I think fans are going to love where we're headed.